Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Kara Marsh-Profit, and I'm the director of the University of San Diego's Alumni Operations and Engagement for the Office of Alumni Relations. Welcome to today's virtual event, 5 virtual steps to connect with USD alumni. I am happy you are here today. Today's session is rooted in the mission of the Alumni Association, which is to engage and enrich the Torero community for life. Today's session is also co-hosted by the Alumni Association and the Center for Career Development. Today's opportunity to connect is really rooted in the desire to offer meaningful ways for our community to stay in touch. We know how strong our USD network is and hope these types of virtual opportunities will continue to strengthen our connection as Toreros. A few housekeeping items before I pass off the microphone. We are utilizing Zoom webinar today. The Q&A function has been activated, so please feel free to ask questions throughout the session. And also, I have activated the chat functionality this go around and this afternoon. At this point, for those of you who are actively in front of your computers and participating, I invite you to add into the chat the following pieces of information. 1, your USD class year. Students, that applies to you too, so it would be your graduation year. Also, the URL to your LinkedIn profile. We are connecting with fellow alumni and with alumni today, so this is a prime opportunity for you to network with one another. So go ahead and put that URL into your link for your LinkedIn profile into the chat, and then also the field of interest, your field of interest or field in which you're currently working. So again, that would be your USD class year, the URL to your LinkedIn profile, and the field of your field of interest or field in which you're currently working. So without further ado, I would like to introduce today's facilitator, Dee Kayalar. Dee, I like to invite you to turn on your camera as I share a little bit about you. Perfect, there you are. Dee is an ICF certified career coach and works within USD's Career Development Center, where she offers coaching to USD alumni job seekers in career planning and management, while helping them navigate their career challenges. She also oversees USD's campus-wide networking and mentorship platform, T.E.A.M, which stands for Torero Employer and Alumni Mentors, and curates a webcast series known as Alumni Zoom Trips. We are very fortunate to have her as part of our USD family. Dee will be introducing today's featured alumni guest speaker, presenting on the 5 steps, and answering questions you pose through the Q&A. Dee, take it away.
Thank you so much, Kara. Hi, everybody. It's wonderful to be here. So I'll go ahead and get started. Let me share my screen really quick. There we go. Okay. So a little bit about who I am. I'm Dee. My pronouns are she, her. I am USD's alumni career counselor and professionally certified and trained career coach. I've been with USD a little over 3 years now, and my main role is, as Kara mentioned, is career advising, producing career programming, specifically for our alumni community, and managing this team portal, which I'll be talking to you about. I hold a coaching certificate from NYU, master's from Indiana University, Bloomington, and I'm also a future Souls alumna, set to complete my master's in leadership studies with Souls next year. So what will I be talking about? So you'll hear T.E.A.M's story and how you can leverage T.E.A.M's key features and modules to really connect with fellow alumni and enhance your personal branding. I'll also be sharing some T.E.A.Mer stories and testimonials. We also have one of our alums, Jeannie Wampak, who's joining us today, who at the end of this segment will also share her T.E.A.M story with all of you. So what is T.E.A.M, right? T.E.A.M, I like to call it a human library. It's a human library of over 5,000 Toreros who are interested in sharing their knowledge, their life stories, and their career experiences. It is an online networking hub that's exclusive to USD. It offers digital access to Toreros worldwide, It allows for multi-level connections. So student-to-student connections, student to alumni, and alumni to alumni connections. It's an easy to use interface, particularly given its LinkedIn and Indeed integration and Handshake integration. It houses an alumni job board, which connects arrows to professional opportunities posted by our alumni employers. It also allows for multiple communication channels, including phone, video conferencing, and chat. And we are, and it fosters DEI and allows for celebrating lifetime connections through affinity-based groups and other specialized communities based on industry interest. So who uses T.E.A.M, right? We currently have, that number over there is a little outdated. We're over 5,040 total users on the portal. And these are users who completed their profiles. They're actually about 8,000 community members on the T.E.A.M portal, with some with incomplete user profiles. 2,700 of the users are alumni. Over 1,500 users are students. As we speak, there are 837 users who have an active connection on the portal. And the message response rate through the portal stands at around 50.33%. And what that essentially means is out of the 10 people you reach out to on the platform, you can rest assured you'll hear back from about 5 of them, which is a metric that we're quite proud of and looking to improve into the future even further. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start from the very scratch and start with a sign up process. So you see how easy it is, especially if you currently don't have a T.E.A.M profile. So to connect to the platform, you would have to go to usd.peoplegrove.com. That's usd.peoplegrove.com or to mentoring.sandiego.edu. So both those URLs will take you to the T.E.A.M portal. All right, so once you're on there, I'm just going to click on sign up. Now we strongly urge our community members to use their LinkedIn to create their user profiles. So that just makes the whole process easier. The system will auto-populate your T.E.A.M user profile with your LinkedIn information. It will save you a lot of time. Because I'm already on the system with my LinkedIn profile, I don't want to duplicate myself, so I'm just going to go ahead and sign up, create like a dummy account using my email. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Entering my information. I'll go ahead and enter my Hotmail. Create password really quick and click on create account. There we go. Now what it's going to do is it's going to prompt me to enter my, enter my user type. So you'll go ahead and click on the one that's applicable to you, student if you're a student, alum if you're an alum. I'm just going to put alumni just because majority of our guests right now on this call are alumni. Let's get started. Okay. So again, this call to import your LinkedIn profile. Again, strongly encourage you to do that. It's going to save lots of steps. I'll continue without import just because I'm going to skip some of those steps because I'm already on the portal with my LinkedIn. All right, so it's going to ask you to select, input your university information. So University of San Diego. I'll select my degree type, put in my expected graduation year. For just demonstrative purposes, save that, and then click next. All right, next, you'll be called upon to upload your photo. Again, profiles with a photo are likely to be viewed 3 to 4 times more. So again, for demonstrative purpose, I'm just skipping this section, but make sure you add a photo to strengthen your profile. Headline, just a few words to describe yourself. This is always a great idea across all social platforms, LinkedIn, Facebook, T.E.A.M, right? Because this is an area that's usually keyword optimized and helps people locate you and find you. Current location, go ahead and type in San Diego, California, enter my organization, go, with my position. All right, so next you'll be asked to put in your preferences. Are you available for career conversations, flash connections? Yes, I've put myself available as unlimited. We're going to go over these once we're logged into the platform. There is a way to configure and reset all of these preferences once your profile is created. Let me refresh my browser. See if it'll expedite. Okay, so in this next section, we'll ask you to specify the topics that you're comfortable speaking about, sharing about, and the industry that you're affiliated with. Again, I'm just going to skip this because there's a way to configure these settings once my user profile is completed. All right. And then you'll see the code of conduct. This is basically to make sure that you're committed to using this this portal in an ethical way, and make sure that you don't abuse the relationships that you establish through the portal. Go ahead and acknowledge having read this, put in my signature and click continue. Now, this is really the sign up process. As you can see, it's only really taken just a few minutes. Now, the next step is for our staff to approve your user profile. Once it's approved, you'll be able to start connecting and utilizing the platform. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to log into the system with my original profile, my complete profile, and show you how you can connect with your fellow terrorists in 5 quick steps. I might need to click and refresh my browser a few times during today's webinar, so I really appreciate your patience. Okay, so this is my complete, nearly complete, 89% complete profile right there. So one of the ways that you can leverage your profile for your networking is to make sure that you have as complete a profile as possible. So in order to complete your profile, you would need to go to the your icon on the upper right-hand corner of your screen, click the arrow, and then, okay, I think my Zoom screen is covering the arrow. There we go, and then click on my preferences. Now, this is a section. We want to make sure this is as complete as possible so that it'll be easier for community members to find you. Now, if you want to receive team notifications on your smartphone, you can do that by entering your cell phone right here. It's completely optional. If you want to unsubscribe from all communications from T.E.A.M, you can do that by activating this button. We hope that you won't, but there is that option for sure. And then by default, anytime anyone sends you a meeting request, a meeting reminder, or a new message, you will receive that in the email that you've used to sign up for this portal. Okay. And if you've specified your smart phone right here, your cell phone number, you can also choose that option if you'd like to receive notifications through your cell phone. Again, it's completely optional if you want to be notified of newsletters and get communications, other types of communications from T.E.A.M than the ones mentioned here, in which case you can just check or uncheck the buttons here. For the discussion post, again, notifications are optional. If you want to be notified of updates posted through the public discussion board, you can click, tick any of these right here. Now, in the privacy settings, one of the things that I love about this is you can tell the portal, you can specify who you want to be bound by, who you want to be connected, who you want to reach out to for connections. So for example, if you're an alum who wants to utilize the portal to network with other alums only, right? then you can do that. You can specify the user types that you're interested in hearing from, and just tick alumni right here. The portal is open to the entire USD community, and that includes our parents, students, job posters, faculty, staff, grad students, etc. And there is a way that you can specify the user types that you want to hear from. Now, for me, I'm interested in hearing from all of our group users. I've allowed other members of the community to see me when I'm online. So when I'm online, they'll see a little green dot next to my name when they're in the Flash Connections module of the portal. And if there's certain users that you'd like to block, there's that option as well. Now, this is the availability, right? So the beauty of the T.E.A.M portal is that it's very flexible, right? I have opened up myself to having unlimited meetings every single month. So you can specify the number of meetings that you'd like to have per month. You can also specify if you want community members to reach out to you for flash mentoring. If you don't, you can deactivate that. There is also individual availability options for each of the groups that are on the portal, and we'll go through those groups shortly. But you can also close out your availability or make yourself available within discussions and connections under each of the groups as well. At any point you want to delete your account, you can do that through this account button right here. We hope you never want to do that, but there is that option as well. Now, for my busy alums out there, there is a way to manage your calendar through the T.E.A.M portal. And you have three options here. If you don't want any calendar management, what that basically says is people cannot send you a calendar invitation, a connection or a meeting invitation through the T.E.A.M calendar. So kind of totally block that. You have the option to create a platform managed calendar, which is what I have done. And that essentially means I've specified the days that I'm available to receive a calendar invitation, and I've specified even the times that I am available. So for example, I've set my default meeting durations to 15 minutes. I usually go way beyond that. I just want to set the expectations out, at the outset. And I set my advance notice as 1 week. So I'm okay with this, so I want to get notified of any meeting requests a week in advance. And because I'm a career counselor and my calendar is usually booked with counseling appointments anyways, I've set my availability from 4 to 4:30 every Friday for team related inquiries from the team community. Again, this is all, you're welcome to configure that based on your availability. If there are certain times that you will not be available, you may be out on vacation, whatever, you can block your days and create these optional blackout days. There is a place where if you want your connection requests, right? Teamers are interested in reaching out to you. If you want to send them a greeting or a confirmation message, you can create your custom greeting message so that each time a user sends you a calendar invitation, they can receive that customized note from you. Okay, so this is sort of where you can manage your calendar. If you like, you can also sync your personal calendar, be it your Outlook, your iCloud, or Google Calendar with your T.E.A.M calendar through this button right here. Now, one of the features that I love that really makes it even easier to connect with alumni whose interests are aligned with ours is a matching quiz. And so if you're really into that intentional targeted networking, do fill this out. This is really great because then the platform has an algorithm that allows you to get some curated connections. So, if you specify, I know we've received a question from the audience about this, who was interested in, I don't remember the name of the person who asked the question, but she or he was interested in finding out if they can connect with our international alumni, specifically ones from Spain. So if you wanted, if you wanted to do that, then you can put some Spanish-speaking countries here, right? Like Mexico, Spain, Venezuela, whatever. So the systems can start recommending connections from those Spanish-speaking countries. You can edit your responses by clicking on the edit responses icon right here. Enter the cities, right? Whichever, the cities that you're interested in, as well as the industries that you're interested in. And then, highlight the ones that you are, that you're interested in, and click on save. And then the next time you log into the platform, it'll start recommending you users with those parameters. Okay, having said that, I'll go ahead and come back to my landing page. So for example, the system has recommended these profiles for me. The ones that are highlighted in green are our shared interests, right? And I can go ahead and message them through this window right here. I'm going to go ahead and so the making sure that you complete your preferences, making sure that you have a complete profile is step number one, right? It just helps the community get in touch with you in an easy, targeted way. The next is really taking advantage of this Flash mentoring module. This is where we have, thousands of alumni who are interested in, who opted in to serve as job referral sources, to serve as mentors for you. The ones that are currently online, you'll have the chat now function turned on. You can go ahead and real time start chatting with them. Now I always, I love these advanced search functions here. It just makes it easier to locate alumni, otherwise there's a lot of them. So for example, if you were interested, and you can filter down by location, major, USD degree, some additional filters right here as well. So if I wanted to, let's say, find someone working in Ernst & Young, click on apply. And it pulls up exactly 17 matches with people in, backgrounds and EY. If I wanted to delve in a little deeper and say, okay, I'm interested in finding ones with Ernst & Young who are based in San Diego. I could go ahead and type in San Diego in the location, click on apply. And I see that I have exactly 6 matches. And so, yeah. And so if I wanted to reach out to any of them, I could go ahead and view their profile by clicking on their name right here. Okay, and you can look to see, to find out more information about their background, and then go ahead and click message to get in touch with them. There are built-in templates for your approach emails, depending on whether you're exploring careers, looking to expand your network or reconnect. We've created these templates for you. Or you're more than welcome to create your own approach email. Now, once you send that message request to the alum, when you get a reply, it'll drop in the built-in inbox that's located on the upper right corner of your screen. Okay, so I use this envelope icon right here. When you click on it, you'll be able to see all the messages, right, that you've completed through the portal. Now, I love this space because it allows for so many things. You can utilize this space to place a video call, to start a phone call, to request a follow-on calendar invitation. It has, for people who love, taking notes and keeping things organized, it has this section where you can take notes while you're in conversation with the users. You can share files, right? Share your resume, writing sample, or set goals during the conversation. So this is a really great area to take advantage of. Now, something else that you can do is, let's say you are interested in identifying alumni within a certain industry, but you don't have time to actually engage with them through messaging. Then you can go ahead and identify those networking prospects. And if you're interested in reaching out to them, and if you don't want to lose this particular contact you found on the platform, then you can just bookmark them. Okay. when you bookmark that profile, what happens is when you get back to the platform, next time you can click on the bookmark icon right here, and it'll show you all the alums that you've bookmarked. And this is probably all the times that I've explained this function. I see all of these marks. Okay, so that's Flash mentoring for you. Now, while we're on here, I'll show you another really cool feature, which is the map view. Actually, you can see all of the alumni that are part of T.E.A.M through this interactive map. So, what it does is actually, it's, I think, showing me just the ones that are aligned with my search and criteria. So I'm just going to clear all of my search criteria. And then you'll see over here, all of our teamers across the globe. And if you click on it in my computer science, made this really cool. You can click on these, you can actually see the people's names, and then just click on the name to go to their profile directly. And as you hover over, you'll see that we have quite a, wide, far-reaching access, with ones in Spain, for that question, for that alum who was curious about Spain connections. We have actually a few, right, in Lisbon, Seville, Barcelona, Madrid, and many others as well. Now, a third way that you can connect with your fellow alums is through the groups feature right here. This is where we have all of over 50 groups that are based on geography, shared industry interests, even academic interests. And so just by way of an example, if you identify yourself as a Black student and alumni, you can click on this group. It has 42 active members. You can filter down the alums and students within this group by these filters right here. And if you go to the discussion, you can access all of the items that have been posted for these group members to access. If you had any updates, events, opportunities that you wanted to just share out with this group, you can do that through the public discussion board that's open to the members of this group only. So this is another way that you can connect with people whose interests and backgrounds and affinities are aligned with yours. Now, just recently, we have created groups for each of USD's regional alumni clubs. There are over about 23 of them that now have presence on the T.E.A.M portal. They're very new, hence the scant numbers here, but we're looking to increase them in the days and weeks ahead. They've recently been formed. As you're setting up your T.E.A.M profile, you'll be asked to select the groups that you're interested in joining. And if you're just like me, because we did an expedited sign-up process and can skip through that, you can hover over to groups and then self-select into the groups that you're interested in joining. And as you can see here, the Outdoors Adventures is another one that we just recently created. We have so many of them. Pride at USD, another one, very recent creation. So we're really excited about that. This is also a way for us to really celebrate diversity and inclusiveness that's so important to us. Now, the fifth way, and a really important way to connect with the community is through jobs. Now, thanks to support from our friends at the Alumni Association, we're able to offer this as part of the T.E.A.M platform, in which all alumni employers are able to share out professional opportunities through this really easy to use interface. And for all of the community members, the beauty of this is the portal enables you to connect directly with the job poster. So if you were interested, and these are positions that got posted just recently, a couple of days ago, they're all available there, with Amazon, various offices. So if I were interested in the senior social marketing manager position with Amazon in New York, I can go ahead and view the job over here, apply to it through the portal, as well as get in touch with Erin, a USD alum who's posted the position. You would just click on her name and just message her, right? Introducing yourself and your interest in the position, and hopefully, and also request a meeting with her, right, to learn more about the position, the hiring criteria and timeline, all of those things that you'd like to hear from her as it relates to that position. And what's also wonderful is, as soon as you do that, it'll show you other profiles that are similar to Erin's that you might want to connect with based on Erin's background. Now, sharing a job, as Kara too can attest, is quite easy. You click on share opportunity. You can refer a role or you can hire for a role. If you wanted to refer a role, you would click on refer, enter the company. So let's say Semper Energy. Now, this part of the portal is integrated with Indeed. And so if the position lives on Indeed, it would directly pull the data from Indeed. So as soon as you click on job title, you'll see all of the positions that are they're available on Indeed with, they're open in Sempra. And I'll go ahead and select one that's currently listed in San Diego, which is the executive assistant position. And as you'll see, it'll autofill the team fields with the position details. All you have to do is select the industry, right? Like this is was an assistantship position, so I'll just put like administrative. Okay, and then come down, job requirements. You can just say like something like see above, because everything is already available up there. You can open it to all team users. I usually like to select all users, but you can specify which users you'd like, to view this position, and then you click on preview and submit. And as soon as you do that, the position gets reviewed by our staff, and because they're from alumni and they're trusted sources, we really approve them, quite easily, and then you'll see all of them right here. This part of the portal is also integrated with Handshake. So a Handshake is USD's centralized job portal for entry-level internship positions primarily, but sometimes our alumni we also have alumni who are recruiters, who are in recruiting business, who post through Handshake, and we make sure that this portal also imports the positions that have been listed by alumni through Handshake, so you'll be able to view here as well. Okay. All right. And then on a final note, we have a public discussion board. So I had received a question from an alum who asked, how can I promote internships to students? And this is a great way, great place where you can do that. So if you have an internship, that's available in your firm, you can put that in this section right here, because this area is visible to all community members. And what happens is, if I see an internship opportunity here, I'll also share that out with my partners in employer relations, just to make sure that that position is listed in our Handshake internship and entry level recruiting platform as well. So students will get the information from both portals, and we'll have established as greater visibility as possible for that position. Also know that for my alumni employers out there, every position that's listed under the jobs tab here are also, they also get featured through our alumni newsletters that go out to our entire alumni community of 70,000 members, and are also shared via our social media platforms. Now, on that note, what I want to show you is, let me try to cover everything. Yes. So as of a couple of months ago, T.E.A.M is also available as a mobile app. And so once you've created your user profile on the team portal, you can go to your phone, and then on your phone, type in usd.peoplegrowth.com. And then you'll get a little prompt to add team to your home screen. And then you just select this, and then it'll immediately add the team to your home screen, so you can connect with, you can connect with your Toros online through your phone. So it's really quite simple to do that. Once you log in to Team and have had a chance to explore the platform and do all of that, we hope that you'll share it out with your other USD friends. There is a share field right over here. You could either, do a shout out for Team through LinkedIn, Twitter, or Facebook, or send a personalized invitation to Team to your friends by adding their emails right over here. Now, going to, before I take all of your questions, I want to share some testimonials from our community members. I'll go ahead and I have some of them written. These were testimonials that have been sent to our office by some of our users. And then I'll invite Chini Wampak to share her testimonial live. And I also have an alum who is a law alum, actually, currently based in the UK, who sent in a testimonial, and it is a video recording. So I'll go ahead and broadcast that here as well for all of you to view and hear. Okay. So Samantha Wolf, she is a 2017 grad alum, completed her master's in souls, and she says, every 30-minute conversation has me walking away thinking about how many amazing Toros we are connected to in a new way that I can be a better worker. RV, 2018 alumna, says, I appreciate the platform's accessible messaging center to help connect with others. The educational connection is key to learning from individuals who have similar interests and or college experiences as you, but who may also have attended USD at a different time. All right, Tina, I'm going to skip yours because I know you're here. Samuel, who is a real estate future alum, says, the conversations were unfiltered, and I felt confident asking about how pay structure was set up, how businesses were formed, and whether they felt that those industries were a good fit for them altogether. For a student like myself, who's the first in my family to go to grad school and pursue a comfortable career, this was an outstanding resource. And she needs, it was especially helpful to have a couple team members lend their job seeking advice and provide overall reassurance as navigating the COVID-19 job market has not been easy. Okay, now let me share Charles's video testimonial here with me.
Hi everybody, my name is Charlie Grossnick. I graduated from USD Law in 2017, and I've been working as a lawyer ever since. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to the T.E.A.M network. It's been super helpful for me. I'm actually currently networking with two individuals who've had extensive international careers, and they both are bringing a different perspective to my journey. I'm currently in London right now, working remotely, and in the planning stages of starting my own business, which would also be internationally based. So it's been invaluable having the ear of other people who've gone through a similar process, and being able to use a team network and sign up super easy and find people was quite simple. And I would not have found either of these contacts through other means, through LinkedIn or just random searching. So in my experience, the T.E.A.M network has been undeniably helpful. And I think that no matter what profession you're in or what you're trying to do in your career, it's always helpful to network with other people, get new ideas, new ways of thinking about things and looking at things, new opportunities. And I think the team network is suited for that extremely well. Thanks for giving me a second of your time. I hope you have a great rest of your day, everyone.
I hope everyone can hear me okay. All right, so on that note, I would like to invite T.E.A.M to turn on her camera. She is a recent grad of USD in behavioral neuroscience, interested in MPH programs and careers. T.E.A.M, yes, it's so good to have you. Would you mind sharing your team experience with our community?
Can you see me?
Yes, we can see you.
Okay.
Perfect.
Hi everyone, I'm Chinny. It's nice to meet you all. I graduated in May 2020 with a neuroscience degree. So after graduation, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted to go to graduate school in something healthcare related. And I had multiple different interests. So I used T.E.A.M to kind of talk to different people in different careers in public health, as well as like clinical psychology as well. And they really kind of helped me narrow down my decision, and as well have given me a lot of like job seeking advice, interview advice, and helping me spot out like what I should look for in graduate programs, and kind of gave me more questions and more advice that I wouldn't have thought about on my own. I think I really like T.E.A.M because I found that I have reached out to other people in industries as well, but I found that alumni are very responsive and always eager to help other alumni navigating their career and graduate process. So I would suggest using T.E.A.M, and don't be afraid to ask whatever's on your mind. I feel like alumni are pretty responsive, and it's also T.E.A.M's also nice because you can kind of communicate at your own comfort level. Some people Zoom, and then some people are really open to chatting in the chat back and forth, and you can even use the video chat on the platform, which is really nice.
Thanks so much, Chinny. What was your preferred communication method? Have you done the chat or the video?
I really like the video. Some professionals are really busy, so the chat is very helpful for them as well.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
And what are your plans? So what does the future hold for you? What have you decided on?
So I'm gonna go for public health programs. I even met someone who finished their public health degree in 2020, and they are gonna help me, or they're gonna review my personal statement, which is really nice.
That is wonderful. I'm so happy that the really offered you the support that you needed. And you're such an incredible ambassador for T.E.A.M and the community. So thank you so much for sharing your story.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So on that note, let me go ahead and see. Okay, how do we know so one question is, how do we know if we've been approved? As soon as you're approved, you'll get a notification that you have been approved and that you can start connecting, utilizing the portal. So a question, so some of you have submitted questions before the event, and I'll go ahead and try my best to respond to those. One question was, is it appropriate to ask for a job, and then how should that ask be phrased? Okay, so so we would not want you to ask for a job right at the outset, right? before having established that, that relationship first. So a good way to go about that actually, to think about what your career goals are, what are the types of organizations you're interested in, what are the industries that you're interested in, and to really identify some organizations that you are, in an ideal world, would be interested in working for. And then going to T.E.A.M, right, and looking to see if whether or not we have alumni professionals, industry experts currently working within those organizations, within those industries. Once you've identified them, then reaching out to them through an email, right? And asking them, you know, and then iterating your interest in learning more about that person's career background and how they have broken into the careers that they have, and your interest in making an appointment with them. Once you make that appointment, right, and you've started to sort of, once you establish that relationship and have that first meeting, then is a great time to ask them, you know, are you currently hiring? What kinds of opportunities are you hiring for? Can you tell them, can you describe to me what are your hiring criteria? What qualifications are you seeking? What is the hiring timeline like? What are some of the most important qualities of your most successful people, right? So these are some ways of asking that question without directly asking for a job. Okay, can you hear me all right? Just want to make sure my voice is projecting. It says it's hard to hear me. Is it better now or? Okay, perfect, thank you. All right. All right, somebody had asked, how do you go about connecting with someone outside of San Diego? I already, when I showed you the platform, it's really under Flash Connections. You would go and in the search function, just type in the city or country that you're interested in, and it'll pull up people who are currently based in those areas. So, for example, go ahead and show you really quick. There was that question about Spain, for instance. All right. So, for example, if you were interested in Spain, we can just click on Spain, click apply. And it just pulls up eight exact matches, right? Some are based in Madrid, some in Barcelona, Bilbao, and others. So this would really be the way that you would go about doing that. Or you can just do the map view like I showed you earlier, and then just find, you know, kind of put your cursor towards the places that you're interested in and look to see which profiles pop up. Okay, any other questions? Okay, another important thing to note is, this is a question that comes up often, is, you know, how will I know when someone reaches out to me? You'll always get a notification in the email that you've signed up for the portal, letting you know that someone has reached out to you for, you know, with a connection request. So you can do that. To my point, really, one of the best ways to keep your Torero connections thriving is to make sure that your profile is as complete as possible, because that's how you generate interest, right? People will want to look at, you know, what places you've worked at previously. They'll be interested in, you know, where you're based, and they'll want to be able to connect with you by sending you a calendar invitation and things like that. So just making sure that you have availed yourself, you know, and that you have configured those preferences on your profile. It's really helpful. I'll go ahead and get our chat function to see if there are any other questions.
This is great, Dee. Thank you so much. Does anyone have any last questions for Dee as it pertains to virtual ways to connect with fellow alums?
Okay, we had, I'm also going through the other list of questions that have been sent, that have been pre-sent. We had received a question, I don't know if that user is online currently, but they were interested in PA alumni. And so if you are interested in health careers, again, you would need to utilize the search functions. I'm just going to clear all of my preferences. And if you were interested in physician assistant careers, then what you would do is really quick. You would need to go to the search function and over here. I would put in usually words like medical, could be one, and click apply. And then you'll see, and then let's say you'll see like a few, physician profiles here. Or if I wanted to further drill down, I could actually say physician. Close a result as possible. And then it's pulled about 14 matches, and you can see, you look through them over here. Then let's say if you wanted to get in touch with, this is especially important for those of our students or recent grads who are interested in clinical shadowing opportunities. You can just pull up the profile, look at where they're affiliated with, and really get in touch with them for those types of opportunities. And then if you wanted to, narrow down even further, you can go to location and click on, I'm going to say Los Angeles and San Diego, click apply to get even more, to get even additional results. There's the assignment versus right over here. And as you're networking, another thing to keep in mind is to always look at places that people have worked in previously, right? Not just their current positions, but also previous ones as well. Those are all, may also be great options for your target list of additional places to consider. And then treating these, and then as you're reaching out to them and speaking with these contacts, asking them, are there any other connections that they can refer you to, connect you with, so that you can branch out from each of these tarot connections. On that note, I'll go ahead and stop sharing my screen and see if there are any other questions from the community.
There was a question that came in from Matthew Wall, and I sent him a follow-up for some additional just clarification, but he did ask if users are able to create their own groups. And I'm assuming that means create their own groups within the T.E.A.M platform on their own.
Yeah, so any person who's interested in creating a group, please do send me that request, or just let me know of your interest so I can send you a group request form, an inquiry form that we have, so you can add in the details and the description and the goals that you have for that group, so we can review as a team and get back to you. Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is it. This is the last opportunity. Any other questions of Dee? All right, if not, I will go ahead and share our thank you screen. We have not let up off the gas as it pertains to alumni engagement opportunities. So as you can see here, this is just a quick snapshot of what we have coming up in the next couple of weeks. We are rolling in some in-person programs, which it feels so wonderful and so weird at times to be back in person at times. So you can see here that are the left side celebrating Filipino culture, our interviews, our sustainability panel. Those are all virtual programming. And then on the right are mostly in-person programming. So a Mission Bay cleanup, an outdoor nature walk in North County, San Diego, Most of our homecoming and family week programming is outdoors, and then most all of our alumni reunions are taking place outdoors as we look to still limit that or provide for social distancing and safety protocols as it pertains to COVID. So we invite you to participate in any and all of those. Please, we would love to see your face. This particular webinar or this program doesn't allow us to actually see you on Zoom, so we would love the opportunity to see your faces, whether it be through your Zoom screen or in person. So if you'd like to connect with either Dee or I, all of you have my email address because I emailed you all of our information, but I will send a follow-up message as a thank you for attending and include Dee's direct email address for you to follow up with her should you want, as well as the team links that you might find beneficial as well. So thank you all for your time today. Thank you for being a part of this very vibrant and strong T.E.A.M network. And thank you to all of our alumni who provided their testimonials for their virtual connections with fellow USD grads. So take good care, everyone. Have a great day, and we hope to see you soon.
May I add one thing before we close out?
Of course.
Yes, so all of our alumni are eligible for lifetime career counseling services from the Alumni Office and Career Development Center. I've dropped in my Calendly link if any of you, my alumni are out there, are in career transition and need career support. So that's what that last link was for. Thank you.
All right, everyone, take good care.